Hello, hey guys, Shilpa here, back again from One Solution. And first of all, I really want to begin with saying a big thank you. Thank you for watching my video yesterday and sharing it, viewing it, liking it, loving it, everything. Um, I am so motivated. Today is my day 2 of the Facebook Live Challenge, and I'm going to today talk about how to make awesome copy, because this is one request which came to me from one of my very beautiful friends and fellow business owner, and she always struggles with writing copy for her business. Okay, so that's what I'm going to share with you today, and for which I want to begin with a story. Okay, and the story is about why. Okay, now all of you by now, like most of you know, that I have migrated from India to Australia. This was about 2.5 years ago. And in the last 2.5 years, I would have had conversations with at least 20 to 30 friends who have expressed interest in migrating. And they would be like, Shilpa, wow, please tell me how's life in Australia. You know, I really want to move there, and please tell me how to do it. And silly me, I would straight get into discussing and describing and sharing with them the exact details, you know. I told them which form to fill, how to apply, how to find your skill, how to find a job, everything, how to find a house, the cost of living, everything. And I would, you know, after spending 3 to 4 hours with them, what would be the outcome? They would be overwhelmed and they would run away and hide. And, you know, none of my friends who I guided in, this detail ended up really migrating. And then something really interesting happened a couple weeks ago. So this another friend of mine approached me via Facebook, and she's like, hey Shilpa, how's life in Australia? I want to migrate. And this time I was like, okay, you know what? I'm not telling you the steps. You go hire an agent for that. What I'm going to ask you is, why do you want to migrate? You know, how important is it for you? Can you continue living the life that you are living right now? What's your higher calling? What's your purpose? What lifestyle are you desiring to create around yourself? And when I connected her with these heart-based questions, when I connected her with her purpose, with her drive, with her passion, with her future, with a dream, that's when, you know what happened? She messaged me the next day and she's like, hey Shilpa, you know what? The decision is done. Thanks for our conversation yesterday. I've signed up with an agent and I'm starting to line up my documents for my migration. So really, I got results when I connected her, when I helped her connect to herself. Yeah. And that is, what can I say? That is actually the foundation of great copy for your business, right? So, but when you're writing copy, you're either telling people whether or not they want to engage with you. You know, the way you put out stuff, and anything for that matter, anything that you put out on your Facebook page, on your website, in your online course, in whatever way you run your business, you are telling people whether or not they must engage with you, right? Because your copy is your way of creating a first impression in front of your clients, right? And the cool thing about copywriting is it's easy, you know, it's fun. The moment you try to get tricky, it gets cheap, and it gets cheap conversions. So to really make your copy expensive, make your business expensive, make your business high quality, just write simple, great, heart-based copy, right? Now I know you might wonder, how do I write heart-based copy, Shilpa? It's very easy to say what to do, but a lot of people struggle because they don't know how to do it, right? And that's what I'm going to help you understand today. So first of all, what is copy? For example, if you are a graphic designer, your strength is in designing. Your strength is in designing logos, in designing colors, choosing colors for the brand of your customer, branding, a branding board, a mood board. These are your strengths. So this is your content, right? What is a copy? A copy is a piece of information that invites your client, invites your prospect to your content first, and then at the end of the content invites the user to take action and engage more with you. So for example, the title that I used for this Facebook Live is my copy. This video by itself is my content, is the information that I'm sharing with you. And at the end of the video, I'm going to post in the comments a link where you can book a complimentary session and have a detailed discussion with me where we can we can actually discuss, map out some essential copying elements for you. That my call to action is again my copy. And why at all will you engage with me? Because only if whatever I put out connects with your heart, talks to your heart. Yep. So that is copy. And a cool equation between copy and content that I want to share with you is copy and content almost like never go alone. So great copy with rubbish content is a waste, and great content with poor copy is equally a waste. So you have to make sure your copy rocks while your content, I'm guessing, will always rock, because yes, you are an original, outstanding business owner. You know your stuff, you know what you do, and it's just the process of inviting your prospective client into your home, into your office, into the party that you're hosting, which could be your services or your online course, right? So that is about what is copy and a little bit about how copy and content go together. Now let's get into the main crux of the content, which is how Shilpa, how can I write great copy? So, as they say, I don't know if you've heard the name of this book. It's called How You Can Listen. Oh, sorry, I've just gone blank. It's called How to Listen Your Way into a Sale, right? And that exactly is the concept behind writing high converting copy. You listen your way into copy, So listening is the best tool. You might, if you're not attentive, if you're not listening to what your customer has to tell you, you might totally be ignoring when, they are talking around you all the time. I don't know, I'm not feeling too sure about my logo design, but my designer is not, very open to provide me alternative solutions. Or, yeah, they did a brand board for me, but I don't know, it doesn't connect with me. I don't know if my brand is representing my values, my personality. You know what, I'm so lost. I don't know which fonts to use for my business. People out there don't know me for consistency. And so these are the pains of, any business owner who doesn't have a great designer. And, so these were my pains as well until I started working with my designer and got something sorted out. So these were my insights that I shared with her, which could help her create great copy to attract other business owners like me. So, she could help them really align their brand, their fonts, their colors, their imagery, their content, their attitude, everything, So that is, I'm talking today from, using the example of a designer, because from a brand designer, because the beautiful lady who requested me to do this video on copy is a designer. So yeah, so 3 things, to write great copy: get into the head of your customers, get in their head. What is it that they are telling themselves? Number 2 is, what is keeping them awake at night? What is their biggest pains? What is their biggest frustration? And number 3 is, what are their biggest gains that they're looking for? What are their secret desires? What is it that, they are like impatiently waiting for? They really want to realize their dream. So get into their heads, think of their frustrations and pains in their language, and also think of their desires. And then offer your stuff, offer your services in a way that meets their needs. So bridge the gap between what you have to offer and what is it that they really want. And this was not something that I had thought I will talk about today, but I think I mentioned it. I mentioned the word want, and I must make a quick statement about it. Wants are different from needs. So your customers often think they want clients, right? Everyone in business wants clients. They want money, right? But then, for example, I'm a business coach and my clients need clients. They don't know that they need to first understand their client. They don't know they need to create an ideal avatar exercise. They don't know they have to, that they have to create an ideal client avatar. So I sell them what they want and give them what they need. So focus your copy on their wants, not on their needs, right? What else? I think it's time to wrap up. The key things that I want to leave you with today is headlines. So it's super important to write absolutely creative, catchy, cute headlines, titles, okay? So because a headline is what will invite the user, invite the reader to, even stop at your offer, because they're scrolling constantly on Facebook or wherever you're putting out your stuff. They're scrolling, and your headline has to stand out, and it has to really attract them. It has to talk to their heart, which makes them want to click and open the video and watch it. And the only way that your copy can be measured is by the results that it's getting. So when you're writing copy, first clarify for yourself what is the outcome, what is the result that you'd like to have. And then at the end of running your campaign, at the end of releasing your copy, releasing your product, measure for yourself how many conversions, how many conversations have you been able to get. And that's the best way you can measure your copy. So anyways, I hope you got great details and great value. I'm sure you got value out of this. So at the end of this call, I'm going to post a comment just below this video where you can access a booking link and book complimentary, totally with my compliments. You can book a session with me, and we'll brainstorm into some elements that can highlight your copy and make it even better. So if that's what you're looking for today, just grab this offer. And I look forward to hearing your comments and your feedback. Let me know what is it that you'd like to hear more of. And I've got another 30 days, another 28 days to go for this challenge. And I'm pretty sure after 30 days, I'll keep coming back. Let me know what you'd like to hear and I'll bring it up for you. Thank you and take care. Bye-bye.